may the best man win. But this sport is something that you can't play with. Boxing is something that you can't play with.
It's 100% disrespectful. This is a clown fight. This is a more clown fight than the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
Though that Pacquiao is going to look horrible.
Floyd Mayweather has warned Manny Pacquiao against fighting Mario Barrios, saying boxing isn't a game to play with. Analysts share his concern, noting Pacquiao's poor performance in his last fight years ago. Comebacks rarely end well. Most returning fighters struggle, and victories are rare miracles, not expected outcomes.
Left, ready to go again, working with Freddie Roach. I feel like I'm back in 2010, the Wayback Machine. Pacquiao looked pretty good in some of the videos that I saw, like he wasn't in horrible shape, but he is 46 years old going up against a guy that is more than a decade younger than him in Mario Barrios. Bob Arum, in the same interview, he said that he was worried about Manny Pacquiao. This is a guy that promoted Pacquiao for most of his professional career, not promoting this fight against Barrios, but he said he is concerned for Pacquiao going into this fight. Do you have concerns about Pacquiao going in?
No, I don't have concerns. And look, I can post a video and look good for 10 seconds right now. Just like when Mike Tyson looked like a killer when he was promoting the Jake Paul fight. You writers and you guys with the non-boxing eye need to get those videos out of your head, because they're just clips. Anyone could look good for that long. I can train you to look good for 10 seconds. It'll be pretty hard, but I can train you to look good for 10 seconds on video. So don't worry about that. I look, Bob Arum knows what he's talking about, because it's the legs that's going to get to Pacquiao, not the power, not the explosive speed in front of a heavy bag. But whenever you're in front of an opponent and he's going to be moving around, it's the legs that are going to fail you. They're going to betray you. The power's not going to betray you. That lasts until the very end. His punch resistance, that's not going to betray him, because that never goes. Speed, and it's because you rely on your legs. That's the thing that goes at age. So at 46 years old, Manny Pacquiao's not going to have zero legs.
Analysts are deeply worried about Manny Pacquiao's health if he proceeds with the fight against Mario Barrios. Boxing is an intense, brutal sport where fighters often suffer serious injuries, especially when coming out of retirement. Pacquiao hasn't fought professionally in 5 years, and his body may no longer withstand the physical demands and punishment in the ring. Experts fear that prolonged inactivity and age could make him more vulnerable to lasting damage. History shows that many retired boxers returning to the ring face severe health risks, including concussions and long-term brain injuries, raising serious concerns about Manny's well-being in this matchup.
What's the worst case scenario? Someone gets seriously hurt. Someone has like life-altering injuries, and that could happen in boxing. We've seen this. Manny Pacquiao isn't immune to this. He's been knocked out. He's been hit. He's not Floyd, who has been hardly hit. Like, he's been knocked out cold. I thought when he got knocked out by Marquez, I thought he died. It was that scary. Yeah. Remember that one? So
I do.
Ultimately, I'm most surprised that if it hasn't been officially announced, if it lands in Nevada or California, I'll be very surprised and dare I say disappointed.
Former world champion Ricky Hatton expressed amusement at Manny Pacquiao's decision to return to professional boxing after a 5-year hiatus. Hatton described the current boxing landscape as unpredictable and commented that it makes no sense for Pacquiao to jump back into a legitimate world title fight so long after retirement. He hopes that Pacquiao remains unharmed, but suggests that the timing and circumstances of this comeback raise many questions.
Barrios for the WBC title, a number of years out of the ring. What do you make of it?
Well, one, I hope he doesn't get hurt. I think there's every chance he could do. Secondly, I think how has he got to a world title shot? 5th in the world, imagine if he was number 1 and 2 in the division and trained all your life to get there, and then Manny comes in after being retired 5 years and or whatever it is, and goes into number 5 in the division. Boxing these days.
Manny Pacquiao's status as an 8-division world champion is undisputed, having achieved feats that few fighters in history have matched. Yet his announcement to return and pursue another world title has triggered criticism from fans and analysts alike. Many feel that Pacquiao's legacy is already secure and question the wisdom of challenging his own health and reputation by fighting at an elite level again. The criticism often centers on concerns that his prolonged absence and age could compromise his performance, potentially tarnishing the image of a celebrated legend.
sense. Like, being a world champion means you are the best in the world. You are the champion of this world at your weight class. We all know right now, at least to me, it's common knowledge that that's Jaron Boots Ennis. At 147, he is the best in the world. But he doesn't hold all 4 belts, so he is only one of the 2 or 3, I guess now, world champions. Doesn't make sense to me, and especially when now you're the WBC and you're like, yeah, let's bring in Manny Pacquiao to potentially win a world championship. And let's say he pulls it off by some miracle. Are we going to put Manny Pacquiao in there with Boots Ennis? Is that what we're going to do? I hope not. And again, this is not me trying to be a hater. It's just, I don't want to see Manny get hurt. And Barrios, you know, not the biggest puncher in the world, but he can hurt it badly. He is a volume puncher, and he will be in there against a guy that, again, isn't a natural 147. Even if he finished his career at 147, that's not where Manny was his best self. He's definitely going to be at a massive size disadvantage here. Height, reach, everything. Again, when Manny was in his prime, or, you know, honestly, when he was still in his late 30s and early 40s before he retired, he could have handled that. His speed was still there. The consistency was still there. He wasn't running for political office and doing all this other stuff and taking time off. We see this time and time again. When a boxer retires, takes a long time off, and then comes back, it usually, again, outside of George Foreman, rest in peace to the GOAT, it usually doesn't go well. And I don't think this is going to either. And it's clear to me that this is done for, you know, a staging of an event versus the actual competitive nature of the fight. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong and that Manny still has it, but I'm just going to go with what makes the most sense. The WBC and whoever they partner with on this is going to try to sell tickets off of it. Okay, that's fine, but what's the point of the belt if this is the match? What are you saying as the WBC to all the actual contenders that you have ranked at welterweight for this belt?
Some observers have voiced that Pacquiao's return is more disrespectful to the sport than even high-profile celebrity boxing matches such as the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul event. The sentiment stems from the belief that these comeback fights prioritize spectacle and financial gain over genuine athletic competition. Critics argue that Pacquiao's fight against Mario Barrios may diminish the prestige of championship bouts and disillusion fans who expect serious, high-quality matchups.
100% disrespectful. This is a clown fight. This is a more clown fight than the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. This is an outrage. People should be up in arms about this fight. This is so disrespectful. Barrios loses this fight. He should quit boxing. You let Manny Pacquiao, an old dude who stopped boxing, and then you're his first fight back. You are disrespectful as a champ.
It's 100% disrespectful. This is a clown fight. This is a more clown fight than the Jake Paul Mike Tyson. This is an outrage. People should be up in arms about this fight. This is so disrespectful. Barrios lose this fight. He should quit boxing. You let Manny Pacquiao, an old dude who stopped boxing, and then you're his first fight back. You are disrespectful as a champ.
Who would your top 5 be?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Number 1?
Yeah, and then pound for pound. See, Pacquiao he started as a flyweight champ. Not just he started his career there. He was the champion at flyweight and then moved up. There's so many divisions between flyweight and junior middleweight where he also won a belt. Even the fact that he could compete with Floyd Mayweather, who's a naturally bigger guy and one of the greatest pure boxers. Pacquiao's overall body of work, you could have him second pound for pound behind Sugar Ray Robinson.
How come I'm watching highlights of him knocking people out though, as little as he is, man?
Oh, that dude. It's the calves, man. He's got those fast twitchies and those big calves jump in on you and generate a lot of power. Crazy hand speed and power from a southpaw. Really awkward, hard to beat, lightning fast. Pacquiao was all that.
Reflecting on past bouts, commentators recall Floyd Mayweather's extraordinary achievement in fighting Pacquiao despite multiple weight divisions separating them. Sports analyst Max Kellerman highlighted how Pacquiao was able to rise and compete at a higher weight class while maintaining his speed and agility. This historical context adds nuance to the discussion about Pacquiao's current attempt to return, acknowledging his past ability to overcome challenges but also underscoring how exceptional his prime was compared to the present circumstances.
A exhibition now later on down the line.
Oh, why not? Why not? If he's willing to have a rematch with me, then
an exhibition.
I'm okay with that.
An exhibition. How does it go now? This time around, obviously, it's been quite a few years since you guys got in the ring.
It's okay. An exhibition with a decision.
With a decision, not just exhibition.
Yeah.
So for how long do you
exhibition with a
In a surprising twist, Manny Pacquiao has expressed openness to a rematch with Floyd Mayweather, albeit in the form of an exhibition, rather than a competitive professional fight. Pacquiao has indicated that if Mayweather wishes to proceed with such an event, he is willing to participate. This statement suggests Pacquiao's desire to engage in high-profile bouts, possibly valuing the entertainment and financial aspects alongside competitive legacy.
It's a joke, really. There's the thought. It's an absolute joke. I love Manny Pacquiao. Love everything about him. An all-time great in terms of what he's done previous, but that doesn't entitle you to just walk back in after 6 years and get a number 4 ranking with the WBC and fight for a world title. What about all the other guys that are waiting around? It's wrong. We seen Manny Pacquiao fight an exhibition against a kickboxer in his last fight, and kickboxers can't box, right? I've seen world champion kickboxers coming and sparring boxers. They can't box. They can kick, but they can't. And they can kick and box a little bit. They can't really box. And Manny didn't look great. I mean, yeah, I don't know. The WBC, I think they have a lot of time for him, Richie O'Sullivan, but I think it's a mistake, really do. And they should be quite embarrassed allowing a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao straight in for a world title fight.